By the way, I want to make a quick mention that if you're having difficulty starting a business plan, and by the way, it's not mandatory that you write a business plan or develop a business plan. Starbucks, if you know the story of Starbucks, their business plan started off on one of those napkins, the Starbucks and the coffee napkins. So if you want to get started, as Jordan was pointing out before, write down the sections. So one of the questions like, who is going to be your team? Who's going to be on your staff? What type of people? You can actually write down those questions that apply to those sections, and what we call is chunk it down. So you're not looking at the big picture, you're looking at each section individually. It's a lot easier to approach it in that manner. And what is easy for people to do is if you hand those questions to somebody else and they have like in a conversation, ask you those questions. So it's like, who would you have on your staff? And as a conversation, you would come up with those names and ideas. Jot those down, and that's actually a section of your business plan. It's that easy. But when you're reading it, it's all in front of you, and you have like pages and pages of sections that you have to put together. It becomes very daunting, and you get stuck by just seeing what you see in front of you. So that's a tip for you to help get you through that. So Al, I'm going to ask you about the business plan, developing a business plan. Do you have one for your business?
Well, I have a personal business plan, but you know, when you're in the franchise world, it's more of a hybrid model in the sense that you're starting a new business, but you're basing it on a business that's been done many times before. So you don't have to labor through a business plan as you would with a new startup, because a lot of the different programs have already been developed and tested for you. So whether it be a sales program or marketing program, a company that's done those hundreds of times before can reliably predict that if you follow these certain principles that you'll get a similar result. And I think when you buy into a franchise operation, that's really what you're purchasing. Although you're starting your business from scratch on a clean page, you're buying into programs that have been pre-tested for you. So I do have a personal business plan because I believe it's important to have goals and strategies to achieve the goals. And I think it's not a plan that exists in perpetuity. You have to continually refine it and change it as you go along. And as your business develops, you'll see changes that are presented and that you have to modify your plan accordingly. But it does give you a roadmap, and it keeps you on a path, and it also gives you a timeline in terms of when you can achieve your goals and what it is you would like to achieve. So even in my own personal business, I do have a plan that I'm always modifying and trying to refine along as I go.
Thank you, Alan.